back to the morning drive.
You know that thing you do on Wednesday where people get it off their chest?
Here are your hosts, Mike Bagley and Pete Pistone.
Yeah, that's it. Wide Open Wednesday. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. 18 minutes after the hour. And they must not be listening in Concord this morning. I knew for sure that'd be in the inbox right now. Because they've got that pulled, man. That's in the computer. That's ready at a moment's notice. By the way, welcome back to the Morning Drive and Wide Open Wednesday, 866 Pit Lane. Your biggest mistake you made doing CLTV. What did you have there?
CLTV? That was kind of mistake-free, to be honest. Come on. There were no mistakes. No, I'll tell you the biggest mistake I made during I still get joked about this. It was not the racing show. I was hosting the general sports show, and the PGA Tour was in town that weekend in Chicago, and we had Tim Cronin, who's a local golf writer here from one of the newspapers, on, and he and I were breaking down the tournament, and I said that looking at the lineup this week, this is going to be a tough tournament and one that Jack Nicholson would have a tough time breaking into. And he goes, well, I got news for you. If Jack Nicholson was going to break into the tournament, you'd have a scoop on your hands. I think he meant Jack Nicklaus. Who?
You know, there was one I had this year that it started to make me laugh. You weren't on that broadcast, but when it happened, it's the reaction inside the booth that more times than not gets you. We were talking, this is at the Mid-Ohio Nationwide race, and I was in the booth with Eli. Who, when Eli gets you on the ropes, sometimes he doesn't let you up. Yeah. Sometimes he keeps you there, and then you're just hanging on for dear life. We were talking about the intense contact on the racetrack. And, of course, as a live broadcaster, you don't have the backspace key.
No, you don't.
So I said that, yeah, there's been a lot of contact on the racetrack, and there are a lot of fenders getting laid. As soon as it left my mouth,
oh, I heard that.
I look over to Eli, and he kind of bucks his eyes, and I'm trying to get out of it, and I'm starting to lose it. Meanwhile, Ryan behind is on the floor laughing so hard he can't even breathe. And then Eli's just waiting to pounce, and I'm trying to get out of this, and finally did. And one of the first, a lot of fenders getting laid out there. Yes, they indeed are.
I was in Michigan that day, and we had done the truck broadcast prior to hanging it to you guys, and I was driving back to the hotel with Whack from the track, and we heard you say that. And I looked at Jeff, and he looked at me, and we were both like, did he just say what I think he said? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I left out a couple of important words. There are a lot of fenders being laid to each other out there.
I understood.
But I stopped right there, and of course it changes the whole context.
Was that the one where Eli said there were more rumpled fenders than Carter had little pills? Was that the same podcast?
Yes. And I thought it was always liver pills.
No, little pills. They're just little pills for your back. Yeah.
Right, but I thought it meant like Jimmy Carter took liver pills. I thought that's where that came from until that day. I'm like, what are you talking about? Little pills? What? I thought Carter was on liver medicine. Rosalind there giving him his pills every morning before he heads to the Oval. Look at him go.
It's all those peanuts.
It is. All right, back to the phones. 866.
Straighten this mess out here. Let's go.
George and